A restaurant owner in Virginia is sticking behind her decision to kick out Sarah Huckabee Sanders this weekend. The White House press secretary says she was dining with a small group at the Red Hen when the owner asked her to leave. The owner, Stephanie Wilkinson, told the Washington Post she did it because her staff was uncomfortable with Sanders being there. Sanders tweeted about the incident, saying, "I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully." Wilkinson says she has no regrets about her decision. Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joins us this morning to continue the conversation on these stories. Thanks so much for joining us, Danielle.
My pleasure.
Speaking about immigration, we've been talking about it for weeks, and now some confusion, still lots of questions about these families being reunited. Will it happen? When will it happen?
Well, I think that the thing to keep in mind is that the Americans have a problem with the way their policy has written, and it goes back to the Clinton era. I mean, the reason why this has been pushed to a head is because they have a policy that says that, first of all, no illegal immigrants. Second of all, if you do end up going through a legal process, you're not allowed to detain children in criminal custody. And so what was happening is Donald Trump decided that he's going to take a hard line on immigration. Parents are being separated from their kids, and they were being deported. Now, we have a strange policy in Canada, which is we take a blind eye when it comes to immigration. I don't even know that we've really grappled with this issue of what do you do when somebody crosses the border illegally, and how are you supposed to end up dealing with that problem? We're going to end up with an increasing problem as more and more illegals in the United States realize they're not welcome there. They're not necessarily going to go back to El Salvador and Guatemala. There's as many as 11 million people in the U.S. who are deemed to be illegal. And so whatever it is that's happening in the U.S. is going to come north of the border. It's I don't know necessarily that we want to follow the path that the U.S. has taken, but we've got to develop our own solutions for dealing with this problem. And I don't even think we've even started the conversation on it.
So a debate on immigration, also a debate on whether it was fair or not when we heard that U.S. Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders was kicked out of a restaurant.
I have to tell you, I think Sarah Huckabee Sanders is just, she's amazing the way she handles this continued pummeling with grace. She went to the press gallery dinner and just had the most abusive treatment from a comic and just kept her cool. And even on this case, I mean, imagine going to a restaurant and being told, I don't like your political views, you're being kicked out. I've never even heard of anything like this before. And so that we're in brand new territory. It's striking to me that we have had for the last 20 years of robust public conversation about how it is that business owners are not allowed to discriminate against any individuals on a whole range of grounds. And now all of a sudden you've got these progressive business owners who think it's okay to turn the tables and discriminate on the basis of political opinion. So I think she handled it incredibly well. And I hope that this does not creep across the border. I do not want to see business owners thinking that they should be casting judgment on people and choosing who they're going to serve and not serve on the basis of whether or not they agree with their political views. She was just there enjoying a cheese plate with her family, for heaven's sakes. So again, I think that this is a very dangerous path that they're going down in the U.S. And unfortunately, so much American politics seeps into our political culture. And so I'm just waiting for the first example of it to come here. I hope we don't see it, but I'm afraid we will.
Yeah, certainly new territory for sure. Thanks so much, Danielle, for your time this morning.